So I don't know how many of you guys have heard about this, but there is a situation with a young woman whose name is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Gypsy Rose was a child who was basically her mother had a condition where you would keep your child sick so that you could get pity or free things or attention or whatever it was that you wanted. Um, and basically, Gypsy went through her whole lifetime like this. I believe her mother was, I think Gypsy was like 19 by the time this whole ordeal ended. And it ended really badly. She kept trying to escape her mother. She couldn't escape her mother. She said her mother abused her, starved her, did all kinds of things to her. And she said that basically what happened was she could not escape her. She met a gentleman online, and this guy was special needs. I think he's autistic. I'm not sure what his diagnosis was, but he was special needs. And Gypsy, who mother was faking like she couldn't walk, she had this, she had that, shaving off her hair, and come to find out nothing but bad eyesight was really wrong with Gypsy. All these other ailments her mother basically was making up. And so when Gypsy told this guy about it, he came and Gypsy made a plan for him to get rid of, unalive her mother. Well, she got him the money. She stole it from her mother. She mailed it to him, and he did just that. He came to where she was. He came twice, actually. The first time he came to just meet her and try to play it off. They were trying to trick the mother and make it seem like, oh, she just met him, at the movie theater, Didn't work. And so the next time he came back to unalive her mother, and he did. And him and Gypsy ran away. And of course, once people found the mother's, once people found the mother, it was like, whoa, where's Gypsy? And then this whole bizarre story comes out, how she's been, all this time people thought that she was handicapped and she really wasn't, and all of this, strange stuff, comes out of everywhere. So people are now, Gypsy went to jail for this and now she's out. I think she did like a 7-year term because she planned it, but she didn't actually do it. The guy, her ex-boyfriend, actually did it. So he got a life sentence and she got, I think it was 10 years and got out in 7. So today we're going to take a look at Gypsy Rose Blanchard's cards because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, we stand her." The people are saying we don't stand her. It's a lot. It's been a zoo basically. She just got out. I mean, not even a few weeks ago. It not even been that long. And some people are really giving her the business. So I want to see, because some people are saying that she's, manipulative like her mother. Some people are saying that she's an innocent victim. It's all over the place online. Everybody has a different opinion of her. So today we're going to find out. Now remember, all of my readings are alleged and for entertainment purposes only. That I get this information from my interpretation of the cards, and it does not reflect the feelings or thoughts of anyone but myself. So viewer discretion is advised. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anyone and everyone who might like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. Let me know, have you heard about Gypsy Rose Blanchard? And before you watch the video, tell me, do you think that she is innocent? Or do you think that she is guilty? Basically, I mean, we know that she did the crime because she admitted it in court. But now that she's out, do you think that this is somebody who's making a sincere effort at doing whatever she's doing, having a new life, I would assume? Or do you think that, it's exactly the opposite? Also, every deck I use is going to be underneath this video along with my information. So if you want to get a reading of your own, please hit me up on social media. Now let's get started. Gypsy, who are you, gal? Well, The first thing I'm going to tell you is that Gypsy got the King of Cups reversed. So Gypsy is a person who's very disturbed. The cups indicate emotional. Reverse indicates emotional disturbance. So we're dealing with a very disturbed young lady. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't expect anything else. If your mother kept you hidden away, pretended that you were sick until you were 20 something years old, shaved your head, pretend that you were in a wheelchair when you actually could walk the whole time. If any of us had experienced this, we probably would be kind of messed up too. That doesn't surprise me. This indicates emotional problems. This indicates that she might do some lying. This indicates that she has some really serious issues, and she also might have some kind of, like, I'm thinking, not even some kind, but different intersecting kinds of trauma, PTSD, things like that. Now, mind you, I can't diagnose her, but whenever the King of Cups is reversed, there's problems. So I hope that she's seeing some type of therapist or something, because she needs a psychiatrist or something like that after all the things that she's been through. So that's where we're starting at. Then they're telling us that she's also the Knight of Swords. So this is where she can get to if she takes her time. Look at that Hollywood sign in the back. They are really pushing for her to be a celebrity. I've seen her on TV. I've seen her in interviews. I've seen her all over. So this is saying that this is actually something that she could do. She can communicate with people through this medium. It's not going to help with these issues over here, but it will help other people that might be in her situation, to hear her story and things like that. It'll also help her to heal slowly but surely, and it'll be part of her healing journey. I think she definitely needs a professional too, but it'll be helpful. And she is doing a lot of talking. The Swords is about communication. Gypsy is everywhere. If you type in her name on Google, you will see interviews, you will see YouTube videos. Everybody's talking about her, and she's talking to everybody. Even Kim Kardashian the other day took a picture with Gypsy and they posted it online. So everybody's getting in on this whole thing. And I don't think that people realize how damaged she is from what she's been through. I think we have to give her a lot of grace, and I think we have to be gentle with her. And I think that's important, because think about what she's been through. Think about how old she is. She's a young girl. She can't be no more than like 24 years old. So she is young. She's been through a lot of negativity. And I think that we all have to give her some grace and not expect her to be perfect coming out the gate. None of us are perfect, so why do we expect her to be? She's also juggling many things at once. Gypsy just got married. As soon as she came out, I think it was her husband that came and picked her up. She got married to that guy either while she was in jail or right after she got out, but immediately. I think it was before, because they released her to him. She's juggling, I told you, all these TV appearances, and I also heard that she's trying to do some type of a foundation. So she's juggling quite a lot for somebody who's been in jail for the past 7 years. She's not balanced. We talked about this. So I'm not sure to what extent this is, but they're telling me there's a lack of balance going on with her. This could be bipolar disorder, or it could just be, I've been through a lot emotionally and I'm not balanced yet. So we'll see more as she, moves forward, because they said that she has a lot of healing to do. So the one thing I ask you, if you're somebody who's following this story, give her some grace, because she's in a really bad situation and she doesn't need venom. She doesn't need us yelling at her, or telling her you suck or booing her or things like that. She really needs people to be compassionate for her. So if you want to do anything for her, call upon the angels, call upon God, call upon Goddess, call upon Buddha, whoever you believe in, to help her. She needs help. This young girl needs professional help. She needs spiritual help. She needs, think about it. Her mother is gone. I think she's starting to have a relationship with her other family members. That's a good thing. And this is the kind of stuff that she needs to do. All right, let's take a look. All right, we're going to look at her relationship. Some of you guys asked me about her marriage. I got some love cards here for her. So this is interesting to me. Where do y'all see this? So she did indeed marry this guy. There was a lot of drama with her love life though, because remember I told you the first guy is the guy that did the deed with her mother, got rid of her mother. Then the next guy, I remember she talked about when she was in prison. She was in love with him, and apparently he ditched her. He ghosted her. He left her. Not sure why. He didn't give many details. Maybe it was a situation. He didn't want to deal with it. But now the man that she was with, the one that she's actually married to, they're telling me that things kind of progressed. So it went from a hookup, talking, casual kind of thing, to being entangled, having some feelings. But she was talking to the husband, right? But the husband said that she had stepped out with the ex, not the one that hurt her mother, but the one after that. So there was some entanglement energy going on here. So she was with the husband, I think about to marry him in like 2 weeks, but told him she had talked recently to her ex because she wasn't over him yet. There was some confusion there. And I guess she was talking to, him and doing her thing. Well, then she ended up with the husband. And now she's living with the husband. She's out of jail. And I remember the other day she posted and said the D is fire. She got the baby making cards. So they are definitely, yeah, they're definitely doing the baby making dance, okay? And she may end up or already be ready to reproduce. So expect that pretty soon. If she's not already, she will be soon. This is probably something that she's already been thinking about. She really does want true love, but Gypsy's young, so her version of true love without experience, she has no life experience. She didn't see her mother in a positive relationship either. Because I remember they said the father left before Gypsy was even born. So her version of true love may have to mature as she matures. I remember my version of true love wasn't very mature at 24 years old. My version of love, shit, didn't mature until I was in my 40s. So she may have quite a bit of a journey to go on with that. They said that these two need to keep it real and be honest with each other. So remember I told you that she had lied, or not so much lied, but she was going behind his back with that other guy. They're saying that both of them need to keep it 100, keep it real, be honest about their thoughts and their feelings, and this relationship actually will continue. They're going to try to make this work. I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm gonna be honest with you because I think that she don't really know him. And one of the things I've come to find from dating people long distance is that you have to live with somebody to really know them. That's my honest belief. So I think she's getting to know him now. So we'll see how things progress later on. Now, I got some more cards in their relationship. This is a delicate situation. So when they tell us that something is a delicate situation, it means that this situation could pop at any second. So they're going to have to really work it. Remember I said keeping it 100 with each other? They're going to have to really, really work it. There are some games that come with that. I told y'all Gypsy not always honest. That came up in her very first card. So she may play games with him. And he may get mad and play games with her too. There's going to be some hard times. Dark Night of the Soul indicates hard times in the relationship. So this is not going to be just a smooth sailing relationship. They have to really work together. Um, there's going to be some lack of self-worth here. And there's going to be some self-doubt here. And this comes up for both of them. And so they're going to have some challenges, as you can see with these. I feel like the lack of self worth, a lot of that is going to come, we talked about how Gypsy really, I mean, just the mental conditioning, the abuse, the stuff that she went to, that's really going to attack somebody's self worth, their self esteem. And he doubts himself because remember, she messed around with that guy. So a lot of that has to do with, well, like, am I good enough? Does she really want me? Is this just a game? Like, he's going to go through a lot of self doubts because of that. So I see them trying. I see them really giving this a real go. But there are a lot of problems here. And so if this does not last long term, I will not be surprised. Because based on these cards, these are the cards of a couple that's trying and may or may not be able to work it out. Personally, I don't think they're going to work it out. I think they're going to give it a Hercules effort, and I think at some point in time, because remember, like I said, she doesn't really know him. He really doesn't know her. When you don't live with somebody, you live one of you is in a prison and the other one is in, your home. It's a big difference. Then you come together, you live together, and I've been through this. I've had long distance relationships where I was so in love with the person. They were just such an idealistic creature, and then I got to see them in person and spend time with them and was like, I can't do this. So these two are going to have to go through that. And we don't know where it's going to come out on the end. But right now, the cards are looking like it's going to be rocky. So I'm going to keep an eye on this relationship. But honestly, I'm not expecting them to make it. I hope I'm wrong, though. I really do. But I am not expecting them to make it. Now, who is Gypsy? This is her archetype cards. So this is going to be interesting. Where do y'all see this? First of all, this is where she came from. Gypsy is releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for a new life. That's when she did what she did with her mother. Her mother was the destroyer. And some argue that Gypsy could have done other things. She could have gotten away in other ways. And she possibly could have. I don't know. She said that she tried to get away before and it didn't go too well. Her mother ended up getting her to come back and then abusing her even further. So she saw her mother as a destroyer, and she felt as though she had to get away from her, and that what they did was the only way. So that she could have a new life. Now she does have that new life. Her mother is gone. And it's arguable whether or not that was necessary. I don't know. Because on one hand, I'm thinking, well, she could have just ran away like she did before and not come back. But on another hand, if her mother had the whole world believing she had special needs, did she have like power of attorney over her? Did she, So I don't know how that was, and if she would have been able to get her back. And plus, people would have been looking for her. I don't know about that one. So maybe she could have done something different, but I'm not sure. Gypsy sees herself as like a messiah energy, but it's at the shadow. So she has this exaggerated belief that she is the only means through which a cause can succeed. Remember, I told y'all she's starting up some type of a organization. I don't know what the organization is, but it's some type of organization to help people. Maybe help people that are in her situation. I don't know. But she has this exaggerated sense. And I don't see that as a negative. I really don't. If it could turn wrong. If you get so exaggerated that you become like a cult leader, it could turn wrong. But I think that her heart is in the right place, but because of her damage and the issues and all that kind of stuff, I don't really think she should be doing that right now. I think that she should be doing something else. Maybe start a YouTube channel or something. I don't know. But I think that her trying to trying to help other people is noble, but I'm not sure if that's where her focus should be. Because based on these cards, I think she need to focus on herself. I think she need to be focused on herself and her own healing. She also sees herself as an avenger. So she said that she does not identify as a M word, somebody who off somebody or unalive somebody, because she did not do the deed. The gentleman did the deed and it wasn't her. And so it says here that she really sees herself as an avenger. She sees what she had to do as being necessary. And right now, she's saying that it says, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Her righteousness is on behalf of herself. So she's trying to show society that what she did was out of justice and not out of some kind of premeditation or something like that. Some people are going to believe her and some people are not, you know. I feel like I understand both sides of it. I have a Libra node, so I understand both sides of it. I understand how some people are saying, well, couldn't she have done something else? And I understand how some people are saying that was her only option. She's telling us she felt like that was her only way to get free, the only way to get that justice. And she also said that she knows that what she did was wrong, even though she didn't do the deed, even, planning the deed, she knows that that was wrong. So that's where she is. So her heart is in the right place. Her mind is just not ready for what she's attempting. She This card is reversed. The rewards card, let me show this to you. It came up like that. Rewards was reversed. Anticipation is reversed. Oops. And gossip is in an upright. So moving forward, this is what they're telling us to expect. Oh, they're giving me a hard way to go. Y'all see that? They will not go back. Well, the reward is reversed. So that card right there is talking about how people are turning on her. Gypsy thought she was going to get out of jail and be loved like ghetto superstar. And she kind of sort of was. People were standing her and calling her a queen and all that kind of stuff. And just as quickly as they picked her up is just as quickly as they dropped her. That's the internet for you. That is the internet. So a lot of people are now dropping Gypsy, and the anticipation that she had of, all this, great things that were going to happen, she's starting to dread and be more worried about, because the gossip, the toxic hate train of gossip about her is unrelenting. And we all know that's how the internet is. People are chewing her up and spitting her out. And honestly, I don't feel like she deserves it. I feel like she just is somebody who had a really difficult circumstance, handled it in a way that may or may not been the only way she could have done it. And now she's trying to get herself together, and we have to be gentle with her. I think she deserves that. She was only a child, y'all. Seriously. She's a child who was abused. And all of us know what it's like to be a child. And some of us know what it's like to be harmed as a child. So I'm just going to say, give Gypsy a chance. She's a young girl and she's going to make a lot of mistakes. And just give her a chance and don't dive bomb hatred and negativity on her. That's all I would ask, because she is going to make mistakes. Think about her position. Think about her age. Think about all of that. And you'll see based on these cards what I'm talking about. So that is my reading on Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Please check out the video that is now coming up on your screen. And please take a look at that one if you like this video. And please come back soon because I have a lot more to say. See you later.